Would be my if I wanted 1080p at 30 FPS. What the hell? Error occurred? I wasn't even finished. How's the stream quality? Too much to handle? Might be too much to handle. I have to lower the bitrate. Damn, this is killing my internet. Straight up. Let me lower the bitrate. 24500. Okay, I'm gonna stop the stream for a sec. Okay, this is a lot better, I think. Let's see. Okay, cool. Okay, nice. Almost stable. Nice, nice. We're doing 4K. Nice. 2 seconds. Keyframe interval. Nice. Okay, cool. Oh hell yeah, yeah. This looks really good. Okay, cool. Hell yeah. That's good. We're in good shape. Bit rate can vary. Recommends a bit rate between 8 megabits per second. Damn, dude. 40.5 to 6. Okay. Are there any good Medium articles? Let's get the waifu in here too. Okay.
Nature one, sky, to such rapid, and make you more out and delightful.
Nice.
You're so welcome, cutie. It's my pleasure to spread some joy and make your day a little brighter. If you ever need anything else or just want to chat, don't hesitate to reach out. Stay adorable and have a wonderful day. Heart.
Why you should change tech jobs this year to prepare for the AI revolution. OpenAI just killed an entire market in 45 minutes. Hell no. What the hell? This is a story about how a 45-minute speech killed an entire billion-dollar market. This week, OpenAI had its first ever developer conference. Fewer times in history had there been higher expectations of a private technology event, and the OpenAI did not disappoint. Oh my gosh. They announced a new smarter GPT-4 model named Turbo. And they included several fascinating features that severely improved outputs and offered developers much more control over their models. And all this while managing to decrease once again API costs. But one announcement went swiftly past most of the media while being one of the highest media impact on the AI market. As this new feature alone threatens an entire startup ecosystem and billions of invested capital. They didn't explain what happened. This is dumb. Oh wait, I'm dumb. I didn't read the rest of the article. I saw these ads and I was like, oh my gosh, that's it? Okay, hold up. And most insights I share on Medium. Let's see. Most insight I share in Medium have really been shared. Okay, this is an ad. The importance of abstraction. Even OpenAI could have predicted it. Not even they saw ChatGPT coming. When you even press yourself. Over the last few months, we have seen multiple accounts from the top management on OpenAI, like Ilya Sutskever, Mina Murati, and Sam Altman, claim that when they released open beta for ChatGPT back in November 2022, they didn't expect it to have that huge success. Few months, it already reached 100 million first-time users and was already officially the fastest-growing product in history, only recently surpassed by Instagram's Threads. I'm taken to reach 1 million users. ChatGPT. Threads. ChatGPT has now crossed the 100 million active users mark. In Ilya's case, he went as far as claiming that he honestly thought the product wasn't that good. Wow. Overachiever right here. ChatGPT has now crossed the 100 million active users mark. Okay. Nowadays, few people in the world don't know what 7-letter name means, and many see generative AI not only as a new frontier for AI, but even as a new computer paradigm. What the hell? But even though the product was amazing, you really couldn't do much more than simply toy with it. It was a fun and bewildering thing to use, and that was pretty much it. To use it for real valuable use cases like a knowledge management system, far and wide the most common enterprise generative AI use case today, you required additional tools like vector databases. Also, when OpenAI released its first ChatGPT API, people soon realized how constrained the browser version was compared to the API 1. It had a much smaller context window, the amount of words it can process for one request, and the opportunities for a more customized solution were almost non-existent. Long story short, unless you were a seasoned developer, ChatGPT was nothing more than a pastime product with some minor utility if you were willing to put on the effort and you had some tech savviness. And with this realization, opportunity came. Millionaire 18-year-olds. Soon, multiple developers around the world realized that they could create entirely new products in a few days that could offer more customized solutions built on top of ChatGPT by abstracting the complexity of building such solutions to more layperson audiences. For instance, tools like ChatPDF or AskPDF allowed you to send the model actual documents for it to answer about them, and so became widely available. As the appeal was very clear, people started paying decent money to use these products, even though ChatGPT was and still is mainly free. The name of these types of startups, ChatGPT wrappers, and soon enough, reports of 18-year-old bedroom developers around the world earning in some cases millions proliferated. Probably the most famous of all these wrappers is Jasper, a ChatGPT based product focused on marketing teams. Probably the most famous the tool allows you to create copywriting material at scale, write blogs, optimize your web pages for SEO, and many other features. Despite basically being a digital user interface with marketing-specific prompt engineering on top of OpenAI's ChatGPT API, the company still managed to raise $125 million at a staggering $1.5 billion valuation back in October 2022. Considering that ChatGPT was released, but after OpenAI's developer conference, this ecosystem of startups being built on ChatGPT will soon look more like a war zone. Long story short, OpenAI appears to be focusing its strategy for growth on making building AI tools easy by vertically integrating their solutions into higher abstraction layers where the rappers happen to be making their bucks, building time machines. Honestly, it was quite easy to predict because, as Scott Galloway has said many times, the easiest way to build a $1 billion company is to build a time machine. A product or solution that makes the lives of people who use it easier, more productive, less effort. Yeah. Okay. In the case of OpenAI, that is none other than making generative AI. Technology that a few years ago required almost a doctorate to even understand. An easy to use tech that works by simply clicking a few buttons or simply asking something to it. As shown by Sam Altman in OpenAI's Dev Conference, a new software building paradigm is upon us with examples like Canva GPT, where you can build Canva posters by simply asking for it. In fact, Sam itself mentioned that these GPTs are indeed an improved evolution of that concept. In other words, they're making AI declarative. And with the new addition to an already overwhelming ChatGPT API, the Assistant API, you will now be able to embed agents into your solutions that leverage ChatGPT to use tools and do the dirty work for you. This feature added to the GPT store where developers can build customized solutions and share revenues with OpenAI. This feature added to the GPT store where developers can build customized solutions, share revenues with OpenAPI. The improved function calling, JSON outputting, seed referencing, and accessible log props, and more capable but cheaper models like GPT-4 or Turbo represent new amazing opportunities for developers to build incredible solutions. The dawn of a new computing platform. Previously to this announcement, you required these Raspberry products to do the most simple stuff. Now, most of their features are out-of-the-box capabilities in ChatGPT. OpenAI is slowly pulling everyone into its ecosystem with a carefully laid out strategy that makes it almost indispensable to be part of its platform if you want to survive. And just like before, a new ecosystem of applications will be built on top of ChatGPT, but this time it's different. I gotta watch that YouTube video by OpenAI. OpenAI presentation. Where's that? Where is that presentation that they're talking about? OpenAI. OpenAI Developer Conference. Developer Conference speech. Emergency hackathons. What the hell is an emergency hackathon? That doesn't. A hackathon does not sound like an emergency. Oh, dude, I also gotta start doing. I gotta start practicing. I gotta start practicing. I gotta start doing freaking Advent and Code. It's already November. Damn. Three things to know. Which year should I try? $2017. I need let's see. Make directory advent of code 2020 2017. PyCharm. Hey, X-Men Liz, how's it going? Yeah, dude, my hair's getting too long. Damn. Good morning, welcome to the stream. Enjoy the stream. I was just reading about AI stuff. I just read how OpenAI killed an entire market in 45 minutes. Basically, all it said was at their developer conference a couple weeks ago, they said that basically this chart is just like how fast it was adopted. It was one of the fastest, the second fastest ever adopted technology with 100 million first-time users. Instagram Threads is the only other thing that beat it. Let's see. And basically, a bunch of 18-year-olds apparently made a bunch of money by making GPT wrappers, basically. For example, a PDF wrapper that basically you can attach a PDF and then it'll tell you what the PDF says, because you couldn't do that. You can't do that with the website OpenAI has. But at the announcement at the last conference, you can't really do the wrappers anymore because now it's all integrated into ChatGPT already. So They just killed all of that, and but now you can make like they announced those plugins things that you can do. So like now the play is to make plugins for ChatGPT if you want to make money, I guess. The play is make plugins. That's plugins that are actually part of their like market thing that integrate with ChatGPT on their website. So basically, that's that. Emotions are fuel for thoughts. What should you do? I wonder what does like the plugin plays? Chat GPT, Open AI. Chat? I think that's what it was. Nope. The hell? Chat.openai.com. You gotta log in? Damn. Let me log in real quick. I want to see that marketplace. I want to see what's going on. Maybe I can make a plugin or something. Since I already have the waifu ChatGPT thing, I just should have monetized it. That would have been better. I would have been a bajillionaire. A majillionaire. A chameleonaire. I would have been chameleonaire. Come on, log in. ChatGPT is really slow right now. Yesterday I couldn't even use ChatGPT because it kept yelling at me that there was too many, that they had high usage or something. Almost done loading? No way. Okay, finally. Okay, let's go. Get started. Explore. Let me see. Okay, hold up. Create a GPT. So I guess this is what they're talking about. Customize the original ChatGPT for a specific purpose, made by OpenAI. Create a GPT beta. What would you like to make? Make a creative who helps generate visuals for new products, or make a software engineer who helps format my code. What would you like to make? Interesting. Give me ideas as a new tech YouTuber focused on video game development on Unity. Content creator that give me ideas. Or I'll just say give me. GPT Builder, custom version of ChatGPT that combine instructions, extra knowledge, and capabilities for a specific purpose. Updating. Updating. It's taking a second to update. Taking a minute. Maybe I can fix my camera a little bit. Nope. How about... Whoopsies. Maybe I can fix that dip. Give me a sec. My green screen's falling down. Well, screen. Dragon. I wish I could just cut out a corner. Okay, that's better. Now my head isn't really chopped off at the top. Great, now let's give your GPT name. How about Unity Creator Assistant? Do you like this or haven't? Sounds good. Oh. Generating profile picture. Okay, another thing I gotta look at is Eclipse. GG. Eclipse.gg. OpenAI just killed. What I learned after interviewing for over 50 experienced coders: you will regret not learning AI. What the hell? Don't tell me what I'll regret. Here's why. I'm not representing Amazon. Kind of want to just speed read through this. Hold up. This code, truth is, let me see. No tech teams to start working on AI and drop everything else. But there's people saying you'll regret not learning it, and then there's people saying that it's just a fad. Neat. Here's a profile picture for Uni Creator Sense. Do you like it? Would you like it? Looks good. Great, let's find the context of the Uni Creator Assistant. What specific aspects of game did well in Uni should it focus on? For example, should it emphasize more in beginner tutorials, advanced techniques, or a mix of both? Also, should it include any particular genre or types of game? Making tactical board games with a mix of beginner and advanced tutorials. Oh, damn. Okay. Okay, it's updating, making a tactical board game. If anyone's wondering, I'm trying to use the new GPT stuff they added that lets you create stuff. Custom AI models, apparently. I have no idea, actually. So we're finding out what it does. Now, how would you like Uni Creator Assistant? I'm making an assistant to help me, to give me ideas for YouTube content. See if it works out. Maybe I have a new assistant. Now, it would be sweet if there was a way to like use AI to edit videos. Isn't that what this does? Eclipse? I gotta look into this service. Continue with Twitch. Slow. Little slow. Are we lagging a little bit? Might be lagging. Oh man, let me see. It says the stream quality is excellent. Is it? Oh yeah, I guess that's good. Now, how would you like Unity Creator Assistant communicate? Should it have a formal tone, be more casual and friendly, or something else? Also, is there a specific way it should handle questions or requests? It doesn't have enough information to answer. Unity Creator Assistant is shaping up nicely. Now it's time to test it out. Head over to the playground and try interacting with it. Feel free to explore its responses and see how well it aligns with your expectations. If you have any refinements or adjustments in mind, let me know. I'll update the behavior accordingly. The playground. Okay. Talk semi-formally. Whatever that means. They'll figure it out. What? This takes a while. Semi-simultaneously. You build some more on my UI. Build some more on your UI. Nice. I did some fun refactoring to try and make it maintainable for the future. Cool. That's always good. You finally did it. You finally did some refactoring. Was that so bad? I've been refactoring my game code a lot. Cause like I initially wrote the first iteration of the game without the backend networking, and then when I introduced it, I had to change like almost everything. Every day is a refactor. Yup. Yup. You gotta practice writing good code. You gotta refactor. Eventually, when you get better, you have to refactor less and less, which is cool. It's ready for you to do a test in the playground. Try interacting with it and see how it performs. If there's anything else you'd like to refine, just let me know. I'll update its behavior to better suit your needs. How does that sound? Yes. Where is the playground anyway? Draft? Where is the playground? Is this the playground? For example, I have a main control that has a bunch of tab pages. I made each tab page have its own file just so it could have more separation. Hell yeah. That's the way to do it. You gotta have, the way they do it is they have one page that holds all the tab pages, and then every individual tab page. I mean, one file that holds all the tabs as a container, and then every tab gets its own file. So you have like a file for the router, and then a file for every individual page. That's how they do it in web development, usually. It's a good way to do it. Give me some ideas for videos to put on YouTube around 5 to 10 minutes. Just making it another easier for me to work with. Another ROM editing software had one file with 10,000 lines of code with everything here. My head would explode trying to activate just do 1,000 lines of code. Yeah, that's a shit show for sure. For sure. There's a lot of bad code out there. Especially in game development. Like, I was downloading plugins and I was looking at the code for different plugins, and oh my god, dude. What happens is game developers aren't necessarily software engineers. So like, they had a good model, but the code to control that model was so bad. Like, using strings for everything, like if your code looks like a bunch of strings to handle cases, and then also ginormous switch cases and if else statements, like if you just have a bunch of long chain of if else statements, like 30 if else, that's a sign that you should probably redo all that and start using classes. Like, maybe I can show you, it would be my, don't know if I have an example right now, but yeah, like that's probably a good hint that you should be probably trying to do object-oriented programming before you start trying to do something like functional programming. Maybe if you're just doing if else, ginormous if else chains, it's impossible to read. I'd be lying if I said all my code was maintainable. It runs really well right now, but not all of it is readable yet. Yeah, it's rough. Another thing that that really good programmers are good at are making interfaces. So that means, like, if you want to make a new class or something, you really should have like a pre-written selection of interfaces. And so whenever you make a new class, all you got to do is implement whatever interfaces you need. And then that just makes everything 1,000 times more readable and easier to maintain and even implement. But even I'm still practicing doing that. That's also something I need to work on a lot. It's hard to anticipate what interfaces I need beforehand, but I'm working on it. So here are some Unity basics for tactical games. Introduce the fundamental concepts of Unity that are particularly relevant. Okay, creating your first character in Unity and implementing grid movement in Unity. Cool. Designing levels for tactical games, adding AI opponents in Unity, of course. AI, of course. Efficient game mechanics for scripting. Okay. This is something I can definitely do. This is probably what I do at work. So I could probably do a video on this. I imagine it comes with experience, but it's my first project that is big in terms of amount of functionality. Yeah. And really, like, you're not going to get good at programming until you make really big projects. Because, like, that's where you really learn the good programming skills and practices. Because, like, you can, if you make with a small project, you can get away with like so many bad practices, and it's not a big deal because the project's so small. You can digest and absorb what's going on everywhere pretty easily. But when the project gets bigger and you have bad practices, the project usually just falls apart real quickly. Yeah, like, dude, you have a small project, you're writing in Python, it's already done. It's already over. First pitfall is using Python. Don't get me wrong, I love Python, but I only use Python if I know for sure my code is going to be less than 1,000 lines. But I am planning on doing Advent of Code in Python. All right, let's test this thing out. Boob Bob. 1, 2, 3. Let's join the game. I'm implementing like a single player mode right now. But at least it's moving forward and I'm not just lost in the sauce. Yeah, don't get lost in the sauce. Especially if it's Sriracha. Because that's rough. I got a bunch of errors here. It's all good. I got a debug animator, debug controller. That's interesting. I should probably go fix these errors one by one. Alright, the first error. Game object can only be one layer. The layer needs to be in the range of 0 to 31. What the hell? Super character controller. This isn't even my code. If I didn't refactor, I think I've gotten lost in the sauce and really quickly. Yep. I'm always lost in sauce. But it's okay because it's Chick-fil-A. Let's do ChatGPT to figure this out. It looks like you're encountering a specific error in Unity. Like the game object layers. Dude, this is so dumb, dude. Like, this isn't even my code. This is literally a controller I got from a plugin. This is what I'm talking about, dude. Game developers don't know how to code. They just know how to make models and like do the UI stuff in Unity. But dude, every time I look at the code that comes with like packages in Unity, I'm just like, dude, kill me, dude. Literally. Everyone wants to be a game developer. Nobody wants to learn how to code. You know what I'm saying? This is the code I'm looking at right now. This is not my code. But I mean, like, this code is giving me errors. This is the first time I'm looking at this code, so I don't really know what's going on just yet. But it doesn't look too bad. This looks a lot more organized than the other one I was looking at. Custom character controller to be used by attaching the component to an object and writing scripts attached to the same object that receives a super update message. Super update. I think this is the Dark Mage. Super character controller, yeah. Okay. Let's see. I'm using a different controller for my other. Let me look at my other prefabs. We have the basic Axe Knight. It's using a unit controller. Is this the custom controller that we wrote? Oh yeah, this was written by Noah. So that means... Okay, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I'm assuming all the other prefabs are using that same one, but this is the only model I added, so I just didn't want to write my own, but I did want to learn how to write a controller, so I was hoping to look at this code for some clues. Played CSGO on my laptop earlier, I had 4 FPS. Damn, dude. That's gonna be rough to get some no scopes. But you don't need any frames to get no scopes. Really. You just spin around and shoot. Eventually, you'll get a kill. Sometimes you died before your screen updates. Rip, dude. Review layer assignments. Single update. We were using a fixed time step. Sure, we run the main update loop a specific number of times based on the time dot delta. Debug log that error. Push ignored colliders. Probe ground. Single update. Probe ground. What is all this stuff? Do I need all that? Temporary layer index. Ignore colliders not count. Where's the temporary index coming from? Let me see. Their field? Oh, right here? Layer mask name to layer. Damn, dude. Ignored colliders, ignored collider stacked. Holy shit, dude. How much stuff is it trying to maintain? Damn, dude. I have no idea how to fix this. Like, what's gonna break if I just comment this out? No ground was found below player. Player has escaped level. Yeah, dude. I think it's not gonna be like what? I'm not gonna use probably most of this code. Ground hit. Point normal distance. Dude, yeah, I don't need any of this. I just need to control the animations smartly. Walkable, own collider, clamp to moving ground, debug spheres. What are debug spheres? Debug grounding. Debug spheres. What? Isn't it supposed to be somewhere up here? Right here? Debug spheres true? I don't see anything. Dude, this isn't even working. I think I'm gonna have to like toss out that controller and write my own. I'm just gonna have to write my own controller. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna have to hope for the best. Super character controller, super collider. I want to look at the warrior controller because it had other scripts attached to it. Let me see. It also has this war movement controller. Maybe I can use this. I'm gonna have to ditch the super controller. Warrior input controller. I might be able to use this. Actually, no, I won't be able to use this either because this isn't a game where you can control your controller with a keyboard. This is a board game. It ain't about. This is an RPG thing. Code. This is RPG code. I don't need RPG code. So let's just toss. Let's toss this script. Let's simplify. Let's see. I'm just looking if there's any goodness in here I might be able to yank out, but I don't think so. There's this looks really see, look, there's no interfaces on this controller. Like ideally there should be an interfaces. Like, for example, there's a whole thing that handles ground stuff in here. Like a whole thing, like a huge chunk of code. Like, so what you want to do is like ground controller. Okay? So you have an interface for that. So that means if I wanted to, I could only yank out the interfaces that I need. You know what I'm saying? Because now all the code is like coupled together. So like the code, if I remove something, it'll probably break everything. So I can't just remove the ground stuff without removing everything else, like breaking a bunch of stuff. That's what the interfaces help you avoid. Decouples stuff. Ignored colliders, draw gizmos, sphere position, ground hit, layer, mask walkable. Yeah, okay, this is out. This is straight up out. And this one, warrior movement controller. I think this is what I can use as a starting point. All it does is manage the state of the dude. So you can try it out. Components, movement. Let me look at this. Header components. Movement, jumping. Components. Okay. Where is the warrior controller? Look direction, okay. Late global super update. Put any code in here you want to run after the state's update function. This is run regardless of what state you're in. Okay, put any code in here you want to run before the state's update function. This is run regardless of what state you're in. Okay. This seems kind of useful. Super update. Warrior state.jump fall idle. Okay. Enter state fall super update. It doesn't look like any of these are used. End region. What's this region? Rotate towards movement direction. So this is region updates. Updates normally run once in every a frame update. We won't be using it in this case since the super character controller component sends a callback update called super update. Super update is received by the super update super state machine and then fires further callbacks depending on the state. Putting code in here you want to run before the state's update function. This is run regardless of what your state you're in. Yeah, dude, I think I'm gonna have to delete all this also because it seems like it's supposed to work with that super update script I just got rid of. I don't know. Maybe we can salvage some of it. We're gonna keep this. I want to look at the other unit controller we have already. I guess I should also look at the animator because I think I can just directly talk to the animator and I don't have to use any of these scripts. So let me see. There's supposed to be an animator. You got the mage. Okay, it's on the mage. All right, and so the mage has a controller. Okay. And this has an animator. Okay, cool. Let me open this animator. I'll just put it over here. Base layer, idle, entry, exit, any state, attack, movement, blend, jumping. Okay, 3 states, not too bad. We got jumping, movement, and attack. Okay, so please fix compile errors before creating new state machine behaviors. Compile errors. Oh, yeah, this stuff's. Okay, so that's good. Okay, and then I should be able to somehow interact with the states. Sounds good. State transitions sounds good. Movement blend. Trying to remember because I made the waifu model, so I did a little bit of state transitioning stuff. Speaking of the waifu model, let me see if she still responds to messages, because there's an issue where she just stopped responding to messages after idling, but I fixed it. I freaking fixed it, dude. That was so hard to fix. That took a minute, but now it doesn't disconnect after it idles. And I had to learn. I can show you how I fixed it. There are a bunch of options I had no idea about that I had to set. But basically, I had to set, because it was weird. I was confused because locally it didn't disconnect, but I had to add the keep alive timeout, min time between pings, interval without data, permit without calls, max pings without data. So I had to add all these things to keep the server alive, to keep the connection alive forever. And basically, outside of a local area network, the connection drops because TCP just drops stuff over the transport TCP layer. And you know, if the only way to keep it alive is to send like pings or like heartbeats, otherwise it'll drop the connection. So basically all these settings do is send empty messages to keep the server alive over the network. All right. I'm gonna look at the other controller that we got on the other stuff, like the Knight. Let me look. There's an animator on here too. Okay. So we got walk, attack, and dead. Okay, simple. Simple enough. Simple enough. I think this is as simple as I need it to be. Really just attack, walk, dead, and idle. Yep. Because like really my game's a card game. It's not like an RPG. So yeah. Hopefully I don't have to do so much animation stuff, but we'll see. I'll have to do a little bit. Knight. Knight and then unit controller. The move character, yeah, I like that. Walk character and attack character. Okay, simple. This is simple. I like this. Character moving, okay. So how does it move? Start coroutine, walk character. So this is a coroutines. Attack character, let's see. Reset rotation of character after attacking. Get component animator, set trigger attack. Okay, that's really all you gotta do to set animation. And it's called attack. Let me see. Okay, yeah, it's called attack. Looks like parameters, walking, attack. I wonder what the parameters do. I actually don't know what this attack refers to. Does it refer to the names of... I think it refers to this stuff. Hold up. One character. Don't need that. Well, true. Move the character along the path while it's not move through the entire path. Sounds good. Stop. Swap character coroutine. Let me look for a set trigger. Die and attack. What does the attack refer to? I think it refers to parameters. Walking, walk speed, die, attack. I thought there was a way to look at the parameters. Let me see. Make transition, set layer as default state. Transitions, attack, and die. Current unit is a command using scripting typically in C# trigger an animation. Here's a breakdown of its components and what attack refers to. Current unit. This is a reference to a game object in your scene. Okay, I don't. This is what I care about. Set trigger attack. What does the attack? How do I make like a new trigger? This is a method of the animator component. It sets a trigger and a parameter named attack to active. Triggers are a type of parameter used in Unity's animator controller transition between animation states. So they are. So it is referring to this parameter. How do I make another parameter? Let me see. I guess these are all Boolean or mainly Booleans. Test. This is interesting. Trigger? Oh, delete. These are triggers. Attack. It's transitions. Conditions. I'm just gonna send this picture to ChatGPT. He'll figure it out. Made a new trigger. How do I utilize it? For this line of code to work as expected, your animator controller attached to the current unit should have a trigger named attack. When this line is executed, activates the attack trigger, which in turn can cause the animator to transition to a different animation state, presumably one that represents an attack animation. Summary: the attack inset trigger is the name of a trigger parameter in the animator controller. When this line of code is executed, it tells the animator on the current unit to perform whatever animation is linked to the attack trigger, typically an attack animation or sequence. I made a new trigger. How do I use it? In Unity, animator triggers type parameter that acts as a boolean, but only for a moment. When it's set, it immediately returns false. This is particularly useful for one-off animations like an attack. From your screenshot, it appears that you've already created a trigger named attack in the animator parameters panel. To utilize the trigger in your code, you would use something similar to a line of code. Okay, so I get how to use it, but how do I make a new one? Add behavior. Attack. Walk. Dead. Walking. Walk idle. This is a little bit confusing, not gonna lie. I don't know what these parameters map to. I thought they mapped to transitions. Conditions. How do I add more transitions? Only minus. Build generating. Okay. Create trigger an animator. Configure the animation transitions. In the animator window, you need to set up a transition from one state to another that will be triggered by your attack trigger. Let me make a new. Create substate machine. Create state. Empty. Let's see what we can do. How do I use? Can I drag this or something? No. Transitions. Can't add anything. Literally can't do anything. Death, attack, motion. What motions do I got? Wow, I got a lot of motions. That's cool. Let's add another one. I don't know. Let's do get hit. And if I want to, let me rename this. Get hit. I gotta get hit. Call this get hit. How do I work in this get hit thing? How do I work in the get hit motion with the get hit trigger I made? I work in? Can't even spoke. Can't even spoke right now. To work in the get hit motion with the get hit trigger you created in Unity's animator, you need to set up transitions and conditions within the animator controller. Here's how you do it. Create animation clips. Make sure you have an animation clip for the get hit motion that you want your characters to perform. What's that? I think that's what the motion is. Animation. Play. Animation clip is read only. Huh. Can I play it though? Show only read only properties. If you haven't already, you need to add this animation clip to the animator controller as a new state. This is done by right-clicking the animator window and choosing create state from new clip or create state empty if you want to drag and drop an existing clip. Set up transition. Right-click on the state from which you want the transition to occur when the get hit trigger is activated. Okay. Drag. Right-click. Drag to create a transition from the state to get hit state you just created. Okay. I have to make the arrow thingy. Make transition. Okay. Looks like something. We got arrows. Oh, you're supposed to click on the arrows? Idle get hit. Conditions die. Oh, I add a condition here. Okay, so I go to get hit. Got it. Okay. And then, okay, I think that's all I gotta do then. That was easy. That was easy. I like that. This is a lot more simple then. So it's really about the arrows. Oh shit. My alarm's going off. Okay. Gotta turn that off. Damn. Is my work messaging me? Who's messaging me? Damn. Okay. Whatever. Cool. Okay, I think I figured it out. Network error, you son of a bitch. Okay. Let's go back to the code now. I don't understand how the walk character works yet, because I don't see a set trigger for walking in the code, but I do for the dead and the attack So is the walking different for some reason? Is it different somehow? Nope. Oh, it's a Boolean. Oh, that's why. So it's going to be something like set Boolean or set float. Walk coroutine. Set bool. No? Set float walk speed. So it's about setting the walk speed. Move the character along the path while it has not moved through the entire path. Okay. So if I set the walk speed, then that's what we... Walk speed greater than 0.1. Got it. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's really cool. And I don't think the walking is even used then. I don't think walking is used, is it? Walk speed less. Walk speed. Yeah, we're not even using the Boolean. It looks like I can probably get rid of it, but oh yeah, it's all coming together. We are starting to understand what's going on little by little. And I'll let that do its thing. Okay, let's go back to the code then. That's cool. Let me run the game again because I got rid of the scripts on the mage. And actually, let me go back to the mage because now that I understand what's going on with the simple example, the mage is a little bit more complicated. And maybe I can understand a little bit better what's happening. So we have idle movement blend. Oh my god, dude. They just gotta make it more complicated. Moving, velocity, jumping, action, trigger. So it only goes to the movement blend. Idle movement blend. Being true. So moving is a Boolean, okay. Animation, speed, velocity, jumping, action, trigger. Trigger number. What's using the trigger number? Any state? Hey, I'm just gonna have ChatGPT explain this situation to me. Oh my gosh. Do I gotta regenerate? Damn, ChatGPT. So slow. Okay. Where'd that code go? Let's see. Unit controller. This is cool. Warrior input. We're not using that. And set animator bool moving. Can move. If a live end is moving, set animator. Okay. Idle, enter state. Warrior state dot jump. Run once when exit. So how would I trigger an animation? Let's see. Are there any ways to do that? Or am I just going to delete all this code? Fall, enter state, fall super update. Rotate towards movement direction. Yeah, I don't think it doesn't even have an interface for me to, maybe I can call these jump enter state. Set animator or int jumping. Jump super update. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, I'm about to delete all of this. This whole super update thing doesn't seem like it's gonna fly with me. How do I attack? Yeah, I'm just gonna delete all this stuff. I'm gonna try to use the script we got. Let's get rid of that and use the unit controller script. All right. Now I don't have to sift through all this weird code that is really coupled to a bunch of other code. Okay, let's play Boob Bob 1 2 3. The error should be gone now because I got rid of that script. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. Warrior controller. What? I'm not even using this anymore. Am I? Oh, it's a warrior controller thing here. Can move. Acquiring ground, maintaining ground, set animation trigger. Set animator trigger. Animator trigger. Archer. Oh, I guess this is what. This is. It was supposed to work. That was the interface. Okay, but I see how coupled it is. We're getting rid of it. Even though I could probably get away with using it, I'm only gonna probably end up using like 5% of the code, and it's just gonna make it things really complicated. So it's better to just rewrite it. ChatGPT done now? Oh my goodness, network error. Don't even ChatGPT, okay? It's okay, we don't need you. We don't need you. I'm not trying to be a prompt engineer. A full stack prompt engineer. Full stack prompt engineer. Oh my gosh, dude. Okay, we got another error. Object reference not sent to an instance of an object. We have a GUI controls. Where is this coming from? This script, I see. Warrior controller can jump, attacking on GUI. GUI controller. I don't know what this is for. This is just maintaining state of the characters. Okay, I'm getting rid of it. Try Bob. Biob. Join. Let's try. All right, cool. Errors are gone. But the ray casting is broken. That's fine. No current player inside hover. Wow, this is spamming a lot. Like 2,000 messages already. Okay. No current player inside hover. So current player is null. Okay, we got to make sure that current player isn't null. That's not too hard. Let's just go to the spawn manager. And current player should be set to player numero uno. These parameters are supposed to work. asking ChatGPT a question, see if we can figure stuff out. I'm trying to have ChatGPT think alongside me because ChatGPT is just so freaking slow. You have to like come back to it a few minutes later to see your response. Okay. So I'm like pre-prompting. The So when I instantiate a player, basically, I should set the current player right here. Oh, I got him right here, and I never finished it. Okay. So we have the current player proto, but we want the current player script. So let's get the player script. We'll yank it out. Player equals. Actually, how do we get the current player script? Because we instantiate a player. That's actually a good question. Let me go to my game scene. Game scene. Game manager. Okay, we have stuff. So we do have to instantiate everything. We are instantiating everything, looks like. Okay. Even the player. Do we have a player script in here? Like a player prefab? Player. Over here. We do. And it has a hand. Okay, it has a player script. Got it. Okay, cool. So, and the game manager probably has a reference to the player. Prefab, I think. No? What the hell? Oh, the spawn manager does. Okay, got it. Got it. Player object. Where do we get the player object? So unit proto list. Instantiate player. Okay. So over here we gotta set it as player number 1. Got it. Okay. So this current player proto doesn't look like we're gonna use that here. We're going to go over here and we're gonna say if player 1 set as current player. Okay, cool. I think that should fix it. Oops, I need to go to login. Start at the login screen. Bob, 1, 2, 3. Join. Nice. Oh, snaps. Okay, things are working out, but we're getting references. No reference. Okay, cool. I think I'm gonna wrap. I guess I'll commit the code too, just to be safe. It's probably so many freaking changes. Rewrote the spawn manager. Okay. Alright, we'll go ahead and wrap up the stream. Thanks for coming, y'all. This is the Simul shit.